Hey, so first time, after a long time, not doing any live stream, so slowly getting back to this live stream and stuff. I'm not expecting much today. Just trying to get myself, more familiarized with this whole live streaming and stuff like that. So today I'm just going to do some snap fitting, just sending the parts, uh, really trying to test out the system that I have right now, how things is going, what can be improved at the same time. So yeah, that's about it. So now it's a bit different from the last time when I used these streams. I think in the past I used to get connected through YouTube. I do the live stream through YouTube. Uh, so I turn on OBS and OBS will link it to YouTube for me. But now it's a bit different. Now it seems like I can just stream through OBS and it will just activate my YouTube for me and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting, kind of different. Yeah. And if I want to share the link, now there's another interesting things for me to find out. I have no idea how to share the links. Step. Okay, so managed to get the link and kind of share it out on my Instagram as well. Okay, and yeah, maybe we'll just continue doing what I need to do today. Okay, so just going to test out again the system, camera angles and stuff. Yeah. Okay, if you have any suggestion and stuff, do feel free to drop it in a comment or just DM me. I think there's still a lot of things to learn here. It's the second time I'm building up this Ultraman kit. Last time I built it, I think it was back in 2018 when it first released. So the impression I have back then was definitely the detail of the kit is damn good lah. The fitting and stuff, there are some issues. The parts are actually very tight. So there are some basic modification that you kind of need to do to the packs if you don't want it to have too much of a tight fitting. Okay, and there's tons of undergate. Hello, Kenneth. Surprise morning live build. Okay lah, very long never do live build already and need to slowly get back to the habit of having a live build of stream. Yeah, wanted to engage more of the community and stuff. So I'm planning to kind of try to do this on a weekly basis, like if possible. Skip have a lot of undergate. Don't really like to work with kids with undergate because you kind of need to do a few cutting. Was the stream live on Facebook too? Good question. I don't know. I don't think it's live on Facebook, but let me take a look. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't think how do I say, stream it to Facebook. I think I was only streaming it to YouTube. How's your strike coming along? Your build is almost done already. Are you painting it soon? The pack almost 80% done. Haven't looked on the strike yet. Broke a few parts here and there in the process. Ayo. How you broke the parts? Was it the Bandai plastic parts or the parts that you scratch built? go and take a look at your strike again. Facebook. I think your plastic, is it because is it the wave plastic? Is it the gray color? Are those the one that broke off those like pipes and stuff? Or was it something else that broke off? Because I think wave plow rod, the cylinder one, right? Quite thin one, eh? Not as durable or not as strong as compared to the evergreen. Hello. Oh, Bandai one, !aiyo! Bandai one will break off, that's weird. Actually, I see you have the MacWorks, the black color super glue. What is that? Is that good? Oh, 10 years ago. I haven't tried the super glue, the black one before. Like, does it work like just like normal other glue, or there's something a bit different from that? Okay. Display one is thicker. Okay. Recently, I went to buy a new glue. Show you. Okay. So I used to get the small tube one, right, from Daiso. It's like $2. You can get 4 packet. Can use quite long. But recently I went to try something else because Daiso no longer bringing this. I don't see the small bottle one anymore, the small tube anymore. So I went to buy the alternate echo, but this one very watery. So hopefully it lasts long, because usually start once got air going, very fast it will just harden. I bought one in the past, like $11. Then it's anti-frosting. Open once, use it once. Wow, that's it. The second week I use, cannot use really. So wasted. I'm going to try moving all the parts off my table and see if the focus will be better. You can try Mr. Hobby SSP Super Glue, one including the powder. Okay. Let me go and Google search. What is that? The Hobby SSP. Quite cool. They got so many different type of glue. Yeah, I saw the SSP party. I used to wanted to get that one. And then you got to mix with the super glue. There's one that you need to mix with the powder and stuff. But that was long time ago. I didn't get that. Do you work with resin kit? I feel but not yet touch. Wow. Mostly all character resin. Oh, okay. Pink characters quite challenging to paint them. The skin tone and the eyes especially. Hello, Tony. Oh, I'm building a Ultraman from Eastern model. So I actually finished the head about a week ago. So I'm just cutting out stuff and sending them for this live stream. Painting armor need good hand painting skill. A few Monster Hunter resin. Yeah, I like the Monster Hunter one. I like the details, those scales and stuff. But sometimes the older one, some of the casts not very good, and the face especially the face like out of shape one, and sometimes like the eyes proportion, the position and stuff very weird one. I only bought one to try because the facial it looks a bit more appealing. But very fun to work with. Uh, have you done any scribing? For this piece, I don't think I'll be doing any scribing work. It's just going to be an out of box. This is actually a commission build, so the client actually want it to be the original color. So I'm just going to snap fit, play around with the poses, see what's nice, then go straight into painting it later on. So no scribing will be done. Lots of detail on this model. So how are you all going to spend your weekends? Gaming break. Just relax, spend time with the fam. Great. Yeah, I think weekends are precious, especially after like working for 5 days. If you don't get the time to rest at night or spend time at all with them, I think weekend is the best time to properly use the time with to spend. Think if you have kids and stuff, or the kids, they are also, going to school on the weekdays. What game do you play? Kenneth, what games do you play? Okay, continue with the build. I'm just going to spend some time here, today. Hopefully, I can finish snap fitting. I'll finish sanding down all the parts. Um, and then probably, spend some time recording, playing around with editing, take some time to really learn more about videography. And for tomorrow, yeah, then dinners and stuff with my family, and for tomorrow again, repeat, meet up with my friends, chit chat and stuff. Yeah, too many things to learn in this hobby, so gotta take some time to study them. Oh, okay. Is it like the Final Fantasy 14 that kind? What kind of kits do you like to build the most? For me, I don't have a lot of experience building um, kits that are not from Bandai. So most of my builds, actually, they are all Bandai Gundam model kits. So I only have some that are like, Eastern model, Ultraman, Iron Man. What else? Racing kits. I only have experience with the Monster Hunter racing kits. I have some experience with Zoids. Those were one of those early days. What else? Yeah, mostly they're all Bandai kits. So I think Bandai kits are easier to work with, I feel, because the parts, they are all very well separated, very easy to assemble them. Things like 5-star story. I tried building one LED Mirage. I'm left with the backpack and the weapon. It's just way too big and too long. So the parts were pretty challenging. The details are damn nice, damn extremely beautiful. But once you cover up with the armor, that's it. You don't get to see any of the details at all. So kind of a pain. I'm pretty interested to get the racing kit for the Hainu RG, or else maybe the MG No Gundam that was recently being announced by Fortune Mail. The details are very impressive and very appealing to me. But it's always the same concern here that having too many backlogs, don't know when you have the time to build, what are the things that takes priority. So I think you really I need to spend some time to think about it first before I purchase them. Especially now that I just quit the job, uh, I need to take some time to settle other stuff first, before I see if I can purchase the kit and make use of it for my own content. Yeah, the 5-star story kits are always very pricey. But if you like the design, yeah, I think it's alright to get one and try. How do you decide which kit are you going to end up customizing, and which one you are going to just snap and build, or do you customize most of your build? Actually, I customize most of my build. Uh, so every time before I buy a kit, I will kind of have an idea what I want to do with it, and then I will start buying those kits. But over the years, I realized one kit takes me about quite a while to customize, a few months actually, sometimes even years, because of work and stuff. So end up, I got a lot of backlogs and they are kind of not built. So yeah, I try my best not to buy too much. Yeah, and I think out of box is, for me, is very relaxing. Um, in a way, it's like maybe 1 month, I get to finish it up. Uh, helps to clear a backlog, you know. So yeah, it really helps to relax, not so stressful compared to customizing, where you got to think so much, you got to not say stress lah, but there's a little bit more challenge going on. Out of box, yeah, you just follow your workflow, your own pipeline, your timeline. Yeah, that's it. So how do I end up going whether thinking whether this should be customized or not? I think it really depends. If you like a kit and you think that there's certain things that you can do better, you that's where maybe you might end up customizing it. But if you just like the kit as it is, then most probably, like for example, the RG new, the RG high new, those kits are already very detailed. I don't really see a need to further enhance the detail. So maybe the out box is good enough. I think time also is another factor. If you only have a certain amount of time, what can you do to bring up the beauty of that particular kit? So if time is not on your side, then maybe just a simple out of box can also helps to bring up the details. Yeah, I get what you mean about that, Tony. Like there's so many nice kit. What I suggest is, there's no rush to buy them, even though yes, now everyone is saying things like stocks are limited, global shortage and stuff, scalper and stuff like that. For me it's very simple. I feel like if you buy too many kits, in this entire lifetime, are we going to be able to finish building them? So if we don't have the time to build all of them, then I think it's fine to let it go, know, and spend the time on the family, spend the money on something else that's more important. RG Hainu detail enough, yeah. It's a lot of detail. But when I saw the racing kits, like wow, now it's a different level and very tempted to get. When you want to scribe, what's your train of thought or process on the design or type of scribing you are going to add? So if you know that I'm having a course for scribing and stuff, the design principles that I have there is not so much of engineering perspective, not so much of like, oh, if in real life how this panel should look like, where should be placed and stuff. For me, it's from my school of thought is actually coming from the artist perspective. Yeah. You come from Chinese. I'm a Chinese. But my Chinese is not very good. My Mandarin is not very good. I'm from Singapore. So yeah. I can speak Chinese, but I say my Chinese is not very good. 我是华人，可是我华文不是很好。我们是新加坡人。China. Nah. So back to that topic of scribing, I think again, my school of thought is I say like it's from the artist perspective, so it's more of what kind of things I do that will retain the audience attention, and why is it that I draw a certain line in a certain ways, what is the reason and what's the purpose behind it. That is my school of thoughts, and less of where in real life that panels are supposed to be, and stuff like that. How about Adam? Where are you from? 一样你可以写中文啊，我还可以读一些华文字，只是说我的华文有可能没有这样好吧。So I'm asking Adam to, if you want to, you can actually type out in Chinese. But my Mandarin is not very good. My reading skills are not very good for Chinese. So yeah, that makes sense. And others have the idea of designing their lines where mecha line. Oh yeah, correct. I mean, there are many ways to scrap line. So end of the day, is whether the line serve its purpose. Yeah, does it help to retain the audience attention, or does it push the audience away. And if it does retain the audience, I think yeah, it works, serve the purpose. Yeah, I think when you want to look at it from the artist's perspective, that's where some of the challenge that will occur. Because then you need to have some art background, and having a background alone is not enough. Sometimes you need to go through the experience and then apply it onto different situation. And for Gundam, because it's three-dimensional, so the canvas is different from a piece of A4 piece of paper, like a magazine page. Yeah, the application is a little bit different. Want to be able to be consistent and be able to see a kid and know how that lines. I'm missing that element. Be more creative. Yeah. So actually, if you are very interested in that and you find that you are committed to do that, right? I will strongly encourage you to pick up the digital course that I have on Gumroad. I think the price is about 20 to 30 USD, and that basically will cover what you're asking for. Uh, when you look at the kit, or even like a reference that you found from somewhere else, maybe you might feel like uh, you're not able to understand or see or transfer that reference onto your own model kit. But I believe the course that I created for you guys, um, you should be able to do something from there. Look at reference and understand, break down, analyze, and reapply it onto your own model. Or best case scenario, after that, on your own, even without looking at reference picture, you can come up with your own panel lines. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from for that particular course. If you can wait, I'm planning to do uh, another online course that is live rather than Gumroad where you download and then you just listen and watch and stuff. You might not be able to ask any question and stuff like that. But I'm planning to do another online one where we can meet up online and basically go through the same tutorial. But there's more time for you guys to questions. Yes, correct. That's the class that I'm talking about. So yeah. So I'm trying to go into that direction where I think in Gundam, I'm not too sure about overseas, but I think in Singapore, um, we seldom have, we don't have any workshop to be honest. So I'm trying to see if I can start something here. But that will not be the main thing. I think I'm trying to open it up for overseas friends as well. So the Gumroad is a starting point for me to reach out. And the price for the Gumroad, I'm trying to do it in such a way that it's more accessible to a lot more people. Um, so they're all like broken down into smaller parts. If you like scribing, you can learn scribing. You like kit bashing, there's kit bashing. You like pla plate, in the future there'll be pla plate as well, and many more. So then for the online one is where the price of course will be a little bit more, but it will covers the same thing except that there we I'm able to answer most of your questions and stuff like that. Any plans like writing your own scribing book? Not really. I think it's not my strength to do like a magazine. I did try out before when I started off Patreon long time ago. Like every month, I do that Patreon thing. try to do a magazine, ebook and stuff. Yeah, but I think it's very challenging for me to come up with a book lah. So maybe no book. How long do you think will the online class be? Okay, so I'm planning to start one in July, somewhere maybe in the middle or towards the end. Um, how long? Right now, really depends. Because one lesson alone, the whole lesson alone takes about 6 to 9 hours. So if I were to do it one whole day, I think we might not be able to afford that much of a time, online. So in terms of theory wise, I think within 3 hours I should be able to cover it. So in terms of physical, after the theory, you need to spend about maybe another 5 hours to go through the physicals and technical stuff. So more or less it's about 8 hours plus. Hey Chris, hello, welcome. Talking about building is always difficult. Yeah, you can see that I'm holding on to this part for the past 5 minutes, I guess. And like I'm just scratching the nut marks. Are you getting the raising kit, Chris? The one the master grade new from Fortune Mail? Very high price point. I'm not sure. Especially after you have built your high nu Yuzhao land. Yeah, thanks, Tony. You can drop me a message on Instagram as well. If you have any questions, you don't have to rush to get it. You can, if you really want to ask more questions, go ahead and ask. Hey, you get the resin key, right? The MG Eclipse. I remember I saw you post something. I don't remember, was it you buy one or it's from the actual page itself. 14 months of work on that high moon. Yeah. Worth the time. 14 months. I can post link here. I haven't got it yet. Oh, I think YouTube cannot post link, right? But I think the Fortune Mail, is that from Fortune Mail also the Eclipse? How long have you been doing this hobby? Oh, it's a stickler studio one. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. For me, I think 10 years. Yeah, I started off late 2011. Like getting serious into it, late 2011. In the past, I'm just like a kid. Uh, can only admire people building. I don't have the guts to do anything at all. Even if I got the guts, I don't have the money to do it. So it's only after I started working and then it's like, oh, okay, I got some cash to spend. Yeah, that's where I started to get a bit more addicted. Yeah, thanks to my friends also for poisoning me. Sticker Studio. I remember they did the Quanta, right? MG Quanta. Now I'm very tempted. But masking is crazy leh. Usually I try not to. Usually for my build, I try to um, avoid masking as much as possible. So when I customize my kit, I will always try to break it down into part separation. So I just need to, paint them. I don't need to mask them. Because masking is not that enjoyable for me. Especially when you have to do things like, the cycle frame, they are like metallic. You got to spray the metallic and make sure that they are gloss, and then you mask them, and then you got to spray the normal colors, and you got to flat coat, matte coat them. Yeah, that part is yeah, a bit too not so fun for me. Do you also do any commission work? Yes, I'm starting to do commission work right now. So actually the Ultraman that you are looking at right now is a commission build. Yeah. Hey, oh, it's close to 11. We've been here for 1 hour. Yep. So I might be ending the stream soon. Okay, thanks guys for being here for the past 1 hour. I think I might be being alone doing this, feeling bored or maybe silly or stupid doing this alone. So really thanks you guys, Kenneth, especially for always supporting Tony and Chris, for popping by and chit chatting and stuff like that. So yeah. So I'll be ending the stream maybe in about another five more minutes. Yeah, 11:05. Let me know how you all feel about this stream. Like the voice, the sound quality. Is it alright? Is the sound of the fan being picked up and stuff? What can be improved? The timing of the stream itself, etc., etc. let me know so I can, prepare for the next one and try to improve as much as I go along. Yeah, thanks Kenneth, thanks Tony. Yeah, I'm planning to do this very consistently. Like I say, because I just quit my job. I'm serving my 3 months notice, so I'm left with about maybe 3 more weeks, and that's it. The rest of the days are my leave. I'm clearing my leave. So I'm really planning to do this a lot more often on a weekly basis, really to share, to connect to you guys and stuff like that. Hey, thanks. Good to know everything is doing fine. Okay, so I think that's about it. Later on, I'll catch up with you guys again on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, definitely. I'm planning to do things like reviews as well. Not model kit reviews, but more of maybe modelers reviews, where maybe you guys can tag me if you have completed the work. You can tag me on IG, and maybe at the end of the month or something like that. Then I will use the time to share what are the things that you guys have done. A shout out, and at the same time to give you guys some feedbacks and stuff like that. So definitely there will be a lot of opportunity to learn, uh, which is one of the things that I really hope to do now in this community, to share, to knowledge, especially to help improve your skill sets and stuff. Oh wait. Okay, so thanks you guys again once so much for being here. I'll catch up with you all again either on Facebook or Instagram, or if not, next week. So okay, see you all. Bye bye.